Hi, fourth grade, it's Mrs. Boswell with Module 1, Lesson 3, Math Lesson Video. You're going to need to get out your math notebook and open up to the contents page. Pause the video as you need throughout the video.
We're going to start our next math lesson for Module 1, Lesson 3. So I'm going to open up my table of contents in my math notebook, and we're going to label this. When our table of contents, we're going to label this Module 1, Lesson 3, okay? And we're going to title this Naming Numbers to 1 million. So remember, you can pause this video as you need. So we're going to label this Module 1, Lesson 3, Naming Numbers to 1 million. Okay. When you're done, then you are going to take your notes and glue them in and then fill in your page number. Sometimes our page numbers will line up, sometimes they will be different. Make sure you're labeling it for what page yours will be on.
Now we're ready to begin Module 1, Lesson 3 video. Pause the video as you need while you're taking notes to keep caught up.
Module 1, Lesson 3. And our objective says, I can name numbers to 1 million and name the units. So we're going to be working on this today. So if you notice, my first thing we have is we have this wonderful place value chart. And if you'll say it with me, it says, our teacher hates that tisk, tisk, here's the mess, right? Well, I already have all of our place value charts labeled today. But the first thing I wanted you to notice is, do you notice anything that is similar in our place value? I'll kind of give you a few seconds. Here's what I noticed. I noticed that this has the word 10 and this has the word 10. So there's one thing that I noticed that was similar. I'll get out my pins over here. The next thing I noticed, and maybe you noticed this too, is I also saw the word hundreds repeated. Okay. And then I also saw this next word. Thousands, thousands, thousands. Okay, so when we're looking at a place value chart is broken kind of down into chunks. So if I put a box around the ones, the tens, the hundreds, if I put a box here, what I notice is this group is called the ones. Okay, because look, it starts with one. So I've got ones, tens, hundreds. Then I notice the next three boxes. And the reason I know these next three boxes is because guess what they all ended in? Thousands, thousands, thousands. So this group is called the thousands group. Okay, so I've got thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So if you notice, look, I've got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Oh, look. 10,000, oh, tens, 100,000, hundreds. But this one was in ones, but this one became thousands. So if we move over here to millions, what do you think this group is called? If you said millions, you're correct. This is the millions group, okay? Well, if I kind of notice a pattern, this was ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. This group is the millions, so I know I'm going to have millions, and then what? If you said 10 millions, you're correct. The next one would be 10 millions, and after that would be 100 millions. Okay, and that's how we would label it. And then there's a whole other group over here. I wonder if you could guess what the next three would be. If you said billions, you're correct. After millions comes billions, and so you'd have billions, 10 billions, 100 billions, and then we would go into trillions. So a place value map keeps going, and it's important to understand the different spots on the place value map. And I also notice if I go 1, 2, 3, wee, 1, 2, 3, wee, where do my commas go? After the 3. So look, before the thousands, before the millions, and the next one would probably be before the billions, okay? So now that we just talked about our commas, let's look at our numbers. I have this number, 5,598. Okay, well, if I follow that 1, 2, 3, wee number, I'm going to know. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, wee. So it would be 5,598. Okay, let's look at our next number. Okay, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, wee. So this number would be, I notice that this is the ones, this is the thousands. I've got 2 of them. So this would be 559,864. Okay, that's important to understand that those place values, you've got ones, thousands, millions. It's important when you're saying the words. Okay, so we're going to do 3 again. 1, 2, 3, wee. 1, 2, 3, wee. So now I have 2 sets of commas. So I know I've got the ones group, the thousands, and then the millions. So this would be 1,559,843. That's how you would read that number. So pretty easy adding our commas, and you'll have a little bit more practice today. The next step is we're going to write these units here, and we're going to put them in standard form. Right now they're in unit form. I've got 5 hundreds, 4 tens, 1 1. Okay, and I just need to put it in standard form. Well, sometimes it's easy for people to do that, and sometimes you just need this place value chart. So this place value chart is for you to use, okay? And I would, like when you're taking your notes, go ahead and add it in so that you have this for when you go do your problem set and your exit ticket, okay? So let's get started. So I have 5 hundreds, 4 tens, 1 1. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to just write in those numbers because it's pretty easy. So I have 5 hundreds, so I need to find the hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. I'm going to put a 5 there. I have 4 tens, so I'm in the tens is a 4, and then 1 1. Okay, so my number is 541. Do I need to add any commas? No, let's see. 1, 2, 3, wee. Well, there's not a number in front of the 5, so I do not need a comma there. Okay, so I took my units and I put it in standard form. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, my next one is 8 10,000s, 4 hundreds, 6 ones. Okay, so this one says 8 10,000. So I need to go in the 10,000s, so 1, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. I'm going to put an 8 there. This says 400, so I'm going to go to hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. I'm going to put a 4 there. And this says ones. Whoops, I need to put a 6 there. Come on, Miss Boswell. But do you notice that I don't have anything in the tens and the thousands? What would I put there? What do you think about it? If you said zeros, you are so correct. Those will be put in. Do I need a 0 in front of the 8? No, because this is my highest number, and that's the only number they gave me. So now I'm going to write those numbers on the line. I'm going to write 8, 0, 4, 0, 6. All right, here comes in that comma. Are you ready? Let's see if we need it. 1, 2, 3, whee! Oh, look. I did need it because there were 2 numbers in front of 406. So this would read 80,406. Do you hear that thousands word again up there? So that's important. Okay, so that is putting unit into standard form. Okay, we're going to move on. You are going to see this number, and I want you to be thinking about that ones, thousands, and millions as we do this next step. Okay, and I want to know how many, if I'm looking at this one, how many thousands do I have? Okay. So I'm going to do this. I know that this is the ones. Okay, ones. Oh, I'm glad I'm on my other paper. And then I remember 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These all end in thousands. Okay, so this is my thousands. Okay, so what is my number in the thousands? If you said 430, you're right. But is it just 430? No, it would be, if I want to put it in standard form, it would be 4, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0. Why aren't I writing these numbers? Because all I'm focusing, my question says it wanted to know just the thousands. So that's why I'm going to fill those in with zeros. So that number is 430,000. Okay? Or if I put it back in unit form, that would be 430,000. Okay? Because how many thousands do I have? 430. Okay? Let's do our next one. This next one says, how many millions do I have? Well, I'm going to go ahead and label it because when I color code it, it kind of helps me out. You decide what works for you. So this is the ones. This is the thousands. Good job. I'm so glad you're saying that with me. And then my last part over here is the, if you said the millions, you're right. And my question that Mrs. Boswell asked, it says, what are the millions? Well, what are my three numbers that are in the millions? So I'm going to look, here's my millions. And what is it? 608. So I'm going to write that here. 608. Okay? But now I know this is how many are there, right? But I want to put it in standard form and unit form. So I want standard form and then unit form. Okay? So if I look here, I have I'm sorry, this should have been 100 millions right there, by the way. All right, so if I have it, I look at this, I have the 608. And remember, I'm just wanting the million. So all of this right here, these numbers here are all going to be zeros. So how many zeros am I going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, whee! 1, 2, 3, whee! Oh, look, my classroom lights turned off. I apologize about that. So here's our number, 608 million. Sorry about that. Now, I have that in standard form, but let's put it in unit form. That would be 608 million. Okay? And that will be a part of your problem set today and part of your exit ticket. Okay? Now, we're going to add in some adding and today into ours. And if you notice, they're in unit form, but I'm going to have you put it in standard form. But there's also this little plus sign down here. So we're going to have to really watch that plus sign. So if you notice over here, these were just in unit forms with no addition sign in them. But these ones have an addition sign. So we're going to be bundling our groups of 10. So let's watch that. So my first number is 300,000. Well, I'm going to go to my 100,000. Here it is. And I'm going to put 3 in there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then my next one says plus 700,000. Well, because there's a plus sign, I'm going to change up my colors. If you're using a pencil, you can continue using that. But I'm going to represent mine in a different one. But it says 100,000. It says 7. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, this up here, it said bundle our groups of 10 because we're adding. So let's see if I have a group of 10. Because if I have a group of 10 here, I have to move it to the left. Okay, because my number gets bigger. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, look, that's a whole group of 10. And because I have 10 and I can't keep it at 100,000 because it would be 1 million, I got to move it over to the millions, right? So I'm going to go right here because that 10 became a one group, a bundle, a group. So then my numbers, okay, how many millions do I have? 1. How many 100,000s? 0. How many 10,000? Zeros. All of these become zeros because there's nothing in them. So then I'm going to write on here, it's 1 million. Okay, so I can put that in standard form, or I can also put in unit form and say 1 million. Okay, pretty easy. Let's do the next one. Let's see if it adds a little trick in there. Ooh, 23,000. So I'm going to go to the thousands, and I have to have 23. Well, I'm going to tell you, I already know that the 23, it has 3 ones and 2 tens. So I'm going to represent tens with a long circle, line, and then the ones with just a little circle, okay? So I'm going to make 23 in the thousands spot, okay? So here's my thousands. I'm going to make 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, right? So there's my 23,000, okay? And then it says 4 10,000s. So I need 4 here, and I'm going to make it a different color. So I'm going to go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, why didn't I make any 10s? Because there's nothing in front of that 4. That's why I didn't make any 10s like I did here. But what do I know about my bundling groups of 10? If I bundle groups of 10, I've got to move them. So I noticed that here in the thousands, I have bundles of 10. So I'm going to have to cross those out and move those over. Well, let me do that in a different color. So I'm going to cross it out, and I'm going to move it over. So here's 1, okay? Can I move this other 10? Yep, because I can move bundles of 10. Now, can I move these ones? No. So what is my new number? Since I've added 23,000 plus 4 10,000s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10,000s. 1, 2, 3 thousands, because I took out those 10s. 0 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones. So if I write the number over here, I've got 6, 3, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, whee! Oh, so 23,000s plus 4 10,000s is 63,000. I am wishing you luck today. So remember, we were working and naming numbers all the way up to 1 million in unit form and standard form. Good luck.